I know this is a bit of a generalization, but deep down inside, everybody wants to be a racer. Maybe not the taking risks part or the abuse suffered against your body while you're out on the track, but the excitement of speed, the adrenaline rush of acceleration, and the accomplishment of finishing what you started. Everybody dreams about that. This is exactly why Can-Am's Outlander X XC exists and why it's so popular. Yes, it is the industry's most race-ready 4x4 ATV out of the box, so obviously it appeals to and is a great choice for racers. But the largest portion of XXC sales are to people who will never enter a race, but want the rush of feeling like a racer. Can-Am really does do the best job at building this type of vehicle for this type of buyer as well. Their XXC and XRS models have always occupied the highest level of stock performance while still being accessible to almost anyone. But unlike others, the Outlander XXC is not just flashy graphics and paint. As I said earlier, this is a race-ready vehicle built with the rigors of GNCC-style cross-country racing in mind. What I wanted to know when I first got my hands on this 2018 model was what actually sets it apart from its lower-level brethren. The underpinnings of the XXC aren't any different than the others. Rotax's legendary 976cc V-twin produces Cummins-level bottom end, and there's nothing in the industry that sounds more intimidating. Power moves through Can-Am's expertly tuned CVT clutches to a shiftable 4x4 system that transfers it through a locked rear and Viscolock QE auto-locking front diff. The whole package is wrapped up in Can-Am's Outlander G2 chassis with double A arms up front supplying 9 inches of travel and TTA trailing arms out back giving you 9.3 inches of travel. So far, no surprises. But this is where things start to get more interesting. 9+ inches of front and rear travel is damped by a fully, and I do mean fully adjustable set of Fox 1.5 Podium RC2 shocks. How adjustable, you ask? High and low speed compression, rebound, and threaded preload adjustable. Doesn't really get any better than that. There are many secrets to great suspension. Overall design is obviously paramount, but even a great suspension design with crappy shocks is pretty much worthless. That's why the Fox setup on this XXC is so valuable. How does it ride? Overall, it rides great. When set up flush, normal everyday bumps and obstacles all but disappear. When set up for harder abuse, you can pretty much just send it as far as you want without any worry. I do have two thoughts about the suspension that I think need to be considered. First, 9 inches of travel, that's not blowing anybody's minds these days. Other vehicles that compete with the Outlander are putting up higher numbers. And second, we found the TTA rear suspension tends to bounce on hard hits. This design has gone away on Can-Am side-by-sides, and we don't think that's an accident. It's pretty hard to fault the XXC when it comes to handling. Tri-mode DPS can be adjusted to suit rider preference or conditions, and it does a great job of making steering effort light without hurting overall steering feel. A set of tapered, low-rise handlebars are wide and give the rider the option of an aggressive riding position when things heat up, or a more relaxed position when things are more chilled out. I've always felt really comfortable on Outlander ATVs. I feel like I'm sitting more in the vehicle than on top of it. I've always felt like I could ride as hard as I want without being uncomfortable. When a person buys an XXC, they expect to get a vehicle that can withstand the abuse a vehicle might suffer under the harshest racing conditions. Can-Am knows this and supplies this Outlander model with a full set of aluminum chassis and A-arm skid plates, as well as a Burly front bumper, both aimed at protecting the ATV from just about anything you might want to throw at it or throw it at. Furthermore, what is quite possibly the very best stock tire and wheel package in the industry comes from the factory on the XXC package. Real 14-inch aluminum beadlock wheels not only look stylish and fully legit, but they make sure the bead of the equally as impressive 26-inch ITP Terracross tires never get peeled off, no matter how hard you try. If you did ever want to race though, this is the tire and wheel package you'd buy. The XXC just already comes with it. If all this leaves you thinking, this thing pretty much sounds exactly the same as the Renegade XXC, you're not wrong. If it all leaves you wondering why Can-Am would bother building both, there's actually a good reason. The Renegade has its place for guys who are more focused on sport riding, possibly even more likely to actually race their ATV at some point. The Outlander, while nearly mechanically identical, still includes decent mud protection and full-size front and rear racks. It really is the best choice for somebody who wants all the bells and whistles, all the flash and curb appeal, and all the performance and durability of a race-ready ATV, but doesn't want to sacrifice the usefulness and versatility of a utility model. Can you race a GNCC with the Outlander X XC? Yes, definitely, and we have done exactly that. But what makes this vehicle special is that it can satisfy all your racing fantasies without any real-world sacrifices, which is something we don't think any other ATV in the industry can do as well as this one. Thanks for watching this segment of Trax TV. For more great content, make sure you click the links or subscribe to our channel where we're always updating with new content every day throughout the week.